He's acting absolutely normal except when it comes to food, and then he's just not eating.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
It is 8:23 a.m. Here's Boo. Good morning, Boo. We're all still really sleepy in this house. I woke up a little while ago, but I was just like laying in bed, and it's been a rough morning. The mornings are always the worst part of the day. And like it's cloudy out. It's supposed to be like 85 degrees today, which is crazy. But we're also supposed to get like rain and thunderstorms. So I have a lot to do today. I have to do a lot of like cleaning and organizing because tomorrow's Easter. And I am having some family members over for Easter. So there's a lot to do today. Here's Simba. So Simba jumped on my bed this morning. And I gave him a whole bunch of pets, and we fell asleep for a little while. And I'm really missing Stella, just because she made things like easier to get through the day. Obviously, everything was easier because I wasn't dealing with like grief and anxiety when she was here, but she just had a way about her to, keep everything moving along as far as our days goes. And I know I just posted a video about that. I just posted a video yesterday about how Stella, was really in charge of like all the cats and in charge of our schedule for the day. And, it really did make things easier, and it really did make this house run smoother with regards to like all the cats. So I definitely feel that loss. Right, Simba? Simba says he's doing good. He says he's doing good. What I would like to do today is get Boo to eat mostly wet food today. So yesterday I tried out the new crunchies with him and he really enjoyed them. But he was drinking water like 3 or 4 times last night. So I definitely want to only give him small amounts of those. I definitely want to make sure he's eating more wet food. So the plan is to try more wet food like in the morning. I'm going to try like new wet food when I give him a meal. And then when I give Boo a meal, first I'm going to try like the homemade raw food, see if he'll eat it. And then if he doesn't eat that, then I'm going to try a new wet food. Then if he doesn't eat that, then I'll go to the one wet food that he really likes right now, which is the wellness morsels. So I'm just trying to balance, getting food into him, getting calories into him, and then also, finding food that he'll eat and making him feel like a little bit more better. Like we still don't have the test results, so I don't know exactly what's going on with him. Right, Boo? Right, Boo? Right, Boo? Right, Boo? I was really hoping to get the test results yesterday because I feel like once I know more about what they are, like I'll have less anxiety about it. Like honestly, if this happened several months from now, I feel like I would have been like restored enough and have gone through enough recovery that it would not affect me the way that it's affecting me. But because it's just like so soon, and my body, just when I thought my body's finally getting back to some kind of normalcy, this happens again. And it's not Boo's fault. It's not Boo's fault. It's just, bad timing. But we love Boo, right, Boo? There's a new salamander video for cats that just came out today. I just put it on for Boo. He was watching it for a little while, but I got to do something about this camera. Every time I turn the camera on, then the cats change their behavior. I got to go back to the other camera that I was using. Why is nobody playing with me? Want this one? Want this one? Nobody wants to play. Here we go. Simba, what is that about? What is that about, Simba? Okay, you move back here then. It is 4:20 p.m. Here's Boo and Simba. They're relaxing here in Boo's room. The window's wide open. It's a beautiful day today. Although it's not really sunny, it's kind of hazy out. But that's what's been going on. So I gave Boo one of the wellness morsels pouches. He already had one earlier today. He had a chicken with chicken liver, which seems to be his favorite. So I bought some more. They're on sale, and I was wondering if he would eat other flavors. So this is the chicken and turkey. You want to finish it? No? You want to finish it? So what I do is I give it to him with the morsels, and then he licks all the juice, and then I take the morsels with a little bit of water and I put them in a blender and puree them. Normally he'll eat all this up, but for some reason he didn't want to, but that's fine because he already had a full one for breakfast. These are some more of the oral care crunchies. I guess he didn't want them today. How you doing, Boop? How you doing, Boop? This is some raw beef that I gave him. He didn't want that. This is some raw chicken that I gave him. He didn't want that. And these are some other crunchies that I bought today. These are the Bench and Field crunchies. Simba ate some of these, but Boo did not want these. It is 4:45 p.m. Here is Sammy and Ringo. And Nancy's on top of the armoire. And I just made a compilation of Easter videos of Easter memories of the cats through the years. And I realized that the last time I really filmed anything for the Easter holiday was in 2021. So I went looking back through, the past 3 years to see what was going on. So what happened was in 2022, Ditto passed away in the middle of March. So when Easter rolled around, I really was not in, the right mood or mindset to be filming, Easter videos with the other cats. And then later that year, the Lucky Seven showed up, and then I had to have all of them trapped, spayed, and neutered. And the vlogs got really behind. The vlogs got behind by 2 months at that point. So around Easter time of that year, the vlogs were still really behind. I was trying to catch up with everything. And so that would have been 2023, why I don't have an Easter video for 2023. And then last year, 2024, I don't have an Easter video because that's when I was just working around the clock in that board of directors situation I was in and trying to get myself out of. It's kind of a shame that I didn't film anything for the holiday over the past 3 years. And it makes me, really think about that because in 2022, I didn't film one because Ditto had passed away. And, honestly, right now, with everything that's going on, I'm not in the mood to film an Easter video this year. I have to get the house cleaned up. By tonight, it's already almost 5 o'clock. I only have a few more hours to get everything organized and clean. So it's not like I even have time unless I filmed it tomorrow and posted it tomorrow. But, with Stella passing away and then all the drama with Sammy and now Boo waiting on his test results, I'm not really in a holiday celebrating mood, but it makes me think of, the saying that life is for the living. So we need to kind of push on and make the best of things. And maybe tomorrow I will try to film something for Easter. I don't know, because I really wish I filmed something in 2022, in 2023, in 2024. But for various reasons, I didn't. But anyway, that's just what's going on today. I'm making myself something to eat for dinner and just taking a little break from cleaning right now. It's about 8:20 p.m. and I just gave Boo an Easter treat. So this is the new triple feeder that I got for him. And I put 3 different types of crunchies in it. And the question is he going to eat the crunchies? You going to get crunchies out of it, Boo? So in the past, Boo loved his crunchy feeder. But what happened was over time, a whole bunch of dry cat food got stuck in the base of it. And I couldn't get it out, and I don't know, it just wasn't working properly. And one of the levers on it broke. So I was like, I'll just get a new one. So I found it on Amazon. I got Boo a new one. And I'm like, tomorrow's Easter. Let me see if he'll eat some crunchies out of it. Because, he hasn't had an appetite for crunchies today. I put the 3 types of crunchies in there. We have some of the Blue Wilderness crunchies for seniors. We have the other oral care crunchies. And then we have some whole paws crunchies. So I'm hoping he'll use it and eat some crunchies out of it. Simba's laying next to it. I'm getting ready to feed the cat soon. I'm still cleaning and organizing. So I just put the Lucky 7 downstairs so everyone can relax. I need to fill up the water bowls. It's almost 10 p.m. This is what's going on the play rug. All of this food is left over from attempts to get Boo to eat something for dinner. So what he's been doing is taking 5 licks of whatever I give to him and then just not eating the rest of it. So there's all different kinds of food here. This is actually some roasted chicken from dinner. This was Splash's plate right here. These are some crunchies. This is some fussy cat chicken in gravy. This over here is actually some pureed shrimp. Boo ate 1 or 1.5 shrimps, and then he left everything on the plate. I was like, okay, you want me to puree it? But then he didn't eat it. This is some wellness tuna morsels, which he licks all of the gravy off of. Then what I do is puree them. Then he eats some of that, but he doesn't eat enough of it. This is some Friskies, Tasty Treasures. He didn't really eat it. And then this is some of the Science Diet Oral Care Crunchies that I've soaked in water. He licked some of that. So, he ate better for breakfast than he did for dinner. Oh, I should also mention that he had some ham. So today's Easter. We had some ham with our breakfast. And I normally don't give the cats ham, but I was curious to see if he would eat any. And he ate 2 small pieces of ham. The pieces were maybe little 1-inch square pieces of ham. I didn't want to give him too much, but he devoured that. So he has an appetite when it's something that he's interested in. But for some reason, he doesn't want any of this food. So here's Boo, and he had an absolute ball today. Boo had so much fun today. Oh, and look, you could see this is where he was shaved when they took a urine sample, I believe. So anyway, Boo had such a good time today. He really enjoyed himself. He was hanging out near the open window in his room, near an open window in the living room. He was playing with toys. He was hanging out with his grandma and his grandpa, and he just had a really great time today. He was acting absolutely perfectly normal. So it's just going to be really interesting to see what happens as far as his test results go and, what we could do to get him to eat better, because he's acting absolutely normal except when it comes to food. And then he's just not eating. He's eating a little bit. It's just a very big challenge to get him to eat enough food. So I have to also make sure that the security camera in the living room is on all night. For some reason, it wasn't on last night. So when I checked to see who ate what overnight, I couldn't see because there was no footage. So before I go to sleep, I have to make sure that is actually on. It's 8:45 a.m. and here's Boo. Good morning, Boo. Boo had an early breakfast today. He had some turkey baby food with supplements mixed in. I added probiotics, I added wheatgrass powder, I added a multi-glandular blend, and he had little tiny pieces of Easter ham on top. And that's really what enticed him to eat. He also had a few crunchies, not a whole lot, but I'm happy he ate his breakfast, right, Boo? Right, Boo, right, Boo, right, Boo. Right, Boo, right, Boo, right, Boo. You're a good boy, Boo. You're a good boy, Boo. You're relaxing now? You're relaxing? Okay, you relax. Okay, you relax. Here's Splash. I was gonna pet him, but you don't want any pets right now? Here's Simba. Good morning, Simba. Simba jumped on my bed this morning. I was already awake, so that was good. And he got lots of pets, right, Simba? Simba got lots of pets. Don't you want any breakfast? He had a little tiny bit of crunchies this morning. But Simba's doing really good. Right, Simba? You're doing really good. It is 9:29 a.m. I'm here with 3 boys, Boo, Splash, and Simba. And we were having some playtime. Well, I was having some playtime with Boo here. Then Simba decided he's going to lay here. So he was kind of blocking like the wand toys. And then Splash just showed up. So I was like, okay, this is really cute. Now we got 3 cats. So we're going to have a little bit of playtime right now. Boo loves his little baby wands. And he loves it when you put it underneath the scratcher note. And he loves his bag. He loves his bag. Splash, what do you want to play with? You want to play with the feather? The feather? It's 7:30 a.m. There's Simba. Oh, and here comes Boo. Boo woke up. There's Boo. Boo's sleeping in a cat tower. And this is all the food that was left overnight. Boo ate some about 4 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why I know that is because I slept here on the sofa last night and I got a really good night's sleep. At least I felt like I got a really good night's sleep. So what happened was last night I laid down on the couch, I don't know, maybe around like 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. And I wanted to just like watch a little bit of TV. And I just got so relaxed and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm so relaxed. I'm just going to sleep here. So I grabbed some blankets. And that's what I did. And I slept so good there. And then I woke up just briefly. around 2 a.m., but I fell right back asleep. And then I woke up again around 4 a.m. and someone was eating. And I was like, oh, I wonder who that is. Is that Boo? But I didn't want to like disturb anyone, so I didn't move. But they were eating for a little while. And then Boo jumped on me. And I was like, oh, it must be Boo because he was the one in the room. And when he jumped on me, I didn't hear the eating anymore. So then what I did was I confirmed it on the security cameras. So I was like, okay, at least he ate something overnight, which is good. But he didn't go back and eat anymore. He just relaxed the rest of the day. But he seems really happy right now. You happy, Boo? Are you happy, Boo? Are you happy, Boo? This is the bowl I believe he was eating. And then this, and I believe this was baby food. I think. I don't know. There's like so many bowls here, but I think that's what this was. This was some beech nut beef baby food, but then I mixed in supplements with it. Boo is also eating some crunchies last night. There's 2 different types of crunchies in this bowl. Someone was eating some of the leftover food here. This had some leftover Earthborn Holistics Monterey medley on it. And then there's just some crunchies here. Now I know at some point Simba munched on some crunchies and Boo did and Splash did also. Is Boo gonna eat? You hungry, Boo? Wanna eat something? Look at all this food. Look at all this food. Want these? There's so much to choose from. Maybe he wants some fresh food. Oh, he has a feather on his leg. Here's Boo. He looks so handsome today, and he just got brushed with this Groom Genie. He loves this thing. The only thing, it doesn't really collect a lot of cat hair, but with these bristles, I feel like it gives him a really good massage, and that's what he loves about it. And so he's been enjoying this. And I like the shape of this. This side here is like perfect for running along his spine. Right, Boo? But Boo loves it everywhere. Boo loves it everywhere. Right, Boo? I was looking into acupressure points on a cat. Maybe there's like something that could help him get more of an appetite. And they say for an appetite, it's this point right here, like right above his nose, and you want to like stroke it like 20 times like this. So I did that last night, quite a while before he ate, like at 4 a.m. But I don't know if it had any effect on that. And I just did it to him again, but he doesn't want to eat anything right now. These are the wellness morsels that he devoured the other day. But he normally just licks the gravy and then leaves the solids. And then I put the solids in like a little blender for him, make like a puree, and then he ate the solids. But for the past few days, he hasn't been eating the solids. So what I did today is I just mashed it all together with a fork just to make like smaller bits. And he licked up part of the gravy. But there's still gravy here, and he obviously didn't eat most of it. So I also put him on the scale this morning, and he weighs 13.5 pounds, which is the same that he weighed last week when he was at the vet's office. So that's good. Even though he's being super finicky, hopefully he's getting enough calories. Boo loves this toy. They had this at PetSmart. It was like $2. And then this toy, this little wand. Boo likes anything with feathers. Go get it. So here's what I've been doing. I take this and I put it on a stick. So if I take this and put it on a stick, then Boo likes it until he gets it off. It is 1:15 p.m. and here's Boo. He's laying so nice here in the corner in some shade. It's really hot outside right now. I was just sitting outside for a little while. I'm going to go back out, but I needed to get some water. So Boo did not really want to eat breakfast today, so he ate some food at like 4 in the morning. And then this morning, like he's doing the thing where all he wants to do is take a few licks of whatever I give him, but he doesn't want to eat anything. What's going on, Boo? I still have not heard back from the vet regarding the tests. And this is what's going on here. So I had to run to the supermarket to pick up a few things. So I bought a few new things for Boo to try. So in this blue bowl is some of the New Temptations wet cat food. Boo licked it once and then he's like, yeah, I'm not going to eat it. Then this is the wellness morsels. He had a little tiny bit of that this morning. This is some of the beech nut beef baby food with some supplements mixed in. He didn't want to eat that. This is some tasteful, sensitive stomach dry cat food. He didn't want to eat that. Then this is Simba's leftover breakfast. As I'm showing you the food, Boo is like rubbing up against my legs. What you doing, Boo? You going to eat some food now? You going to eat some food? Are you hungry? You're not hungry? Why don't you want to eat something? So, he's still acting normal. He's acting like he always does. The only difference is he doesn't want to eat. How you doing, Boo? You okay, buddy? It's nice and cool in this room. It's nice and cool in here, Boo. This room will get a little bit warmer later in the afternoon. Boo, you got the best room in the house. You got the best room in the house, Boo. He keeps thinking about eating something, but then he doesn't want to eat anything. You can eat if you want to, Boo. You can eat if you want to. You can eat any of the food that you want to eat, Boo. It's all there for you. You don't have to wait for anyone else. I'm just going to drink some water. Okay. Here's Boo, and the cats have been getting bottled water for the past few days. So in the orange water bowl, they're getting Crystal Geyser spring water. And they're also getting that in the bowl in my bedroom. And in the kitchen, they're getting, actually in the kitchen, they're still getting the filtered water in one of the water bowls. And then downstairs, for the Lucky 7, they've just been getting filtered water. Because the water bowls up here are pretty big. So for me to put bottled water in there, we're going through about half a gallon a day just of water for the cats. So I'm just going to see, he seems to like it better. It's been a few days now, and I bought a few more gallons of water for them. I also bought a few bottles of Evian. So I think when I mix water into their food, I'm going to use the Evian, see how that goes. And maybe try that in one of the water bowls, in the small water bowl in the kitchen, see if they like that better. It is 6:10 p.m. and here's Boo. How you doing, Boo? And I just got off the phone with the vet. And we went over Boo's blood test and his urine test, and his numbers are not good at all. He has elevated creatinine, and his BUN numbers are elevated, and his phosphorus is elevated, and he's slightly anemic, and he has protein in his urine, and basically he's in kidney failure. And the vet said the next thing to do would be to take Boo into an animal hospital, and they'd put him on IV fluids for several days to get his numbers down. And he said that's tricky because, with Boo being on IV fluids, that could bring his red blood cells even lower. And obviously this is going to be very expensive again because he's probably going to be in the hospital for a few days. So that's what I have to do. I'm supposed to bring Boo in tonight because he said it's better not to wait. But after what happened to Stella, I am scared to bring Boo in. Boo's acting completely normal other than not wanting to eat. But at least we have the test results. And, I have been researching kidney issues in cats, and a lot of people say their cat does a whole lot better after being corrected, on fluids. So after my experience with Stella, at least I know, which animal hospital to take Boo to. it's just really scary, obviously, leaving a cat in an animal hospital, like anytime you do that. Right, Boo? Right, Boo? So, what I'm going to do is see if Boo will want to eat anything. I made him some salmon, some baked salmon. Maybe he'll eat some of that. I'm going to have to, scoop the litter boxes, get the cats fed, at least give them their dinner. Probably not going to see if they'll eat it. I don't know. I got to get myself ready because I could be there for 5 or 6 hours again. I don't know. But that's the situation. I just want Boo to, feel better. And, I'm going to do everything that I can to get him through this. Okay, right, Boo? Right, Boo? I do everything I can to get you through this. Right, Boo? Okay? Good? Good boy? You're a good boy, Boo. You're a good boy, Boo, and I love you so much. Okay, buddy? Okay, so here's what's going to happen, Boo. I'm going to take you to the animal hospital, and they're going to check you out, and they're going to treat you. They're going to give you fluids, okay, Boo? They're going to make you feel so much better, Boo, okay? They're going to give you fluids, and they're going to make you feel much, much better, okay, Boo? You're going to be a good boy, okay, buddy? Okay, buddy, Boo? You're going to be a good boy, and you're going to feel better. Okay. I'm going to scoop the litter, give everyone food, and then we're going to go, okay, Boo? It is 6:50 p.m., and I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm kind of back to being strangely calm again when it comes to bringing a cat to a vet. I've had so much anxiety recently, but right now I'm not feeling it. I don't want to jinx anything by saying that, but that's what's going on. I just feel like, I have to bring Boo in. This is something that has to be done, and it's going to be the best thing for him. It's really the only option at this point. I talked to the vet about bringing Boo to the animal hospital, and, he agreed which one I should bring him to, and I'm going to hope for the best. I mean, I've been reading up a lot about this situation, and there's so many different variables in play. So Boo could potentially feel a lot better after he's, on IV fluids for a while. And then we could take it from there. I mean, that's my goal. My goal is to make him feel better and then to try just to manage his condition and improve his condition. Some people say that the original blood test results could be worse than they are because if a cat is dehydrated, it's going to make all of the levels look worse than they are. And I honestly think Boo was dehydrated when I brought him in because that's why, he was constipated, he hadn't pooped, and that's why when they gave him the subcutaneous fluids, he pooped on the way home. So, that would indicate he was dehydrated. So I'm just hoping for the best right now. That's all I could do, really. All I can do is really hope for the best. And the fact that Boo is acting normal, other than the fact that he doesn't want to eat, has me very hopeful. He appears to be a strong cat. Something Grandma Farrell said the other day, Grandma was playing with him and she's like, he's so strong because he had claws at the time. That was before he went to the vet. It was a week or two before he went to the vet. And she's like, I'm afraid he's going to just tear me to shreds. And I was like, oh no, don't worry. And then he had, his nails cut at the vet 5 days ago. So, he's happy. And he's acting normal. He just doesn't want to eat. So my main concern right now is getting him into a carrier. So I'm going to make the music louder or put the music on in this room also. I still need to scoop the litter, put out food for everyone. I just packed a bag for myself with waters and juice. Actually, I need to find some kind of snack to put in it. I'll put some kind of snack in my bag. I just ate a piece of cake. I'm really not hungry for dinner, just because of the situation, so maybe I'll see what kind of snacks I have that I could bring with me. And I want to spend some time with Boo. And then we're going to go. Right, Boo? Boo. Let's look at Boo. Let's look at Boo. Boo, you look so good. Boo, you look so handsome. Boo, you're so handsome. Okay, you gotta stay up there. Boo, you can't jump. Don't jump around. Don't jump around, Boo. Okay, you're doing good, buddy. Boo, you're doing so good. What a handsome boy. I love your hat. Boo, I love your hat. What a beautiful bonnet. You can't jump. No jumping. No jumping, Boo. Don't jump around, Boo. No jumping. Okay? No jumping. Okay, Boo? What you doing, Boo? What you doing, Boo? Boo, boo, boo. What you doing, Boo? Okay, come on. You look so good. You look good, Boo. You look good, okay? You'll be a good boy. Okay, good boy. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.